Hi guys, my name is Tommy. Welcome back to another installment of Min-Maxing for Fun and Profit, where we make our GMs go cry to their mama / where we make the player characters go cry to their mama. Today we're talking about archery and how best to deal death from afar. For the purposes of this video, we will not be talking about gunslingers, crossbowmen, anything that uses any sort of ranged attack other than a bow. So what race is the ultimate archer? For what I'm building, we're looking to prioritize dexterity, wisdom, and strength. Every other stat can be dumped. Again, any race can play any class just fine, but for this particular build, our dex, wiz, and strength need to be pretty high to do the massive amount of damage that we're needing to do to keep up with Uberchargers, Vital Strikers, Spellcasters, things like that. By and large, we're looking at Tengu, Venara, Kasatha, Oreads. It's pretty much dealer's choice here. As long as you've got boosts to your dexterity or your wisdom or your strength, without a neg to any of those, we should come out just fine. There are a lot of really powerful classes in Pathfinder in terms of archery. A War Priest with the Air Blessing can remove range increments and shoot forever and ever away. We've got the Luring Cavalier archetype who shoots the bad guys, makes the bad guys chase him. He's obviously faster because he's mounted and he just pulls guys away for everybody else to pick apart one by one. Obviously, fighters, rangers, and the various archetypes therein will help with the feat tax. But for the purpose of this video, we're going with a monk. There are two monk archetypes that make very strong, very competent archers. I'm not sure which one of these is better than the other because I've never compared them back to back, so we're going to do it here in this video. We will be comparing the monk archetype Zen Archer alongside my favorite class to play, a Sohei. Both of these classes can flurry with their longbows, making their action economy go through the roof. Since we're not attacking with a weapon with a high threat range, at best we'll be at 19 to 20 times 3, we want to make sure we get as many attacks in as possible to maximize the amount of damage we do. The biggest thing the Zen Archer has going for him is an ability called Key Arrows. Essentially, as a swift action, this guy spends a key point, and his ranged attacks are going to do as much damage as his unarmed strike. That means on a medium monk at 20th level, we're doing 2d10 damage with our arrows, or we're doing 2 bastard swords worth of damage on our arrows. The drawback to the Zen Archer is that the Zen Archer cannot use rapid shot or many shot when making a flurry of blows action. Sohei get weapon training in 3 weapon groups over the course of their career. One of those is bows. We get to flurry with bows with no restriction on whether or not we can rapid shot or many shot while doing so, but we retain the simple 1d8 damage as opposed to the Zen Archer's 2d10. Basically, this video is going to come down to which is better, an extra attack and one of them doubled, or more damage dice overall. To help mitigate this, our Sohei build is going to take the exotic weapon proficiency feat with an orc hornbow. It cuts our range down to 80 feet like a crossbow, but we go up to a 2d6 longbow. It helps us bridge the gap a little bit between 1d8 and 2d10. We would do this with our Zen Archer, but it has no bearing on our actual damage. So let's talk about some feats. If this guy ends up being a Gestalt character, your second class is pretty much dealer's choice. Like I said, Fighter will give you feats, War Priest will take away your range increments, Luring Cavalier can make you pull people everywhere. The lists are pretty much endless, and all of them are good. However, none of them are so good as to push this particular build over the top. So our build is going to be 19 monk levels with 1 level in the prestige class Evangelist. Feats like point blank shot and precise shot are a necessary feat tax to get what we need building up. If you have a decent intelligence score, focus shot can help us do a little more damage if we had to move. You have 3 feats that are completely up to you. You can take whatever you want. It's pretty much, again, up to you. Once you get these, you're fine. The most important feat in the build, though, however, is the feat we are taking at 19th, Deific Obedience Erastil. For those of us who don't know, the Deific Obedience feats give us a little bit of flavor on our character in exchange for a big swath of benefits depending on the god we dedicate ourselves to. Our 19th level is also going to be where we take our 1 Evangelist level, so we gain access to the Evangelist tree. We'll be choosing Erastil for this character, and he's the entire reason that we're on a monk. If we Gestalt a Ranger At 12th level, once per day as a standard action, we can make an exact copy of our animal companion, which can get out of hand. Cure Light Wounds 3 times a day, Shield Out twice a day, or Prayer once a day is all well and good. However, at 20th level, Deific Obedience Erastil on the Evangelist path gives us the ability Faithful Archer. Long story short, if you're using a longbow and you are within 30 feet of the bad guy, you add your Wisdom bonus on attack and damage rolls against that target. This is why we don't bring up Zen Archery on the Zen Archer. It's nice to be able to take Wisdom instead of Dex. Had we dumped Dex, at 20th level on this character, we will be adding our Dexterity and Wisdom to our attack rolls, and our Wisdom and Strength to the damage rolls. At level 20, with 18 Strength, plus 5 Inherent, plus 6 Enhancement, 5 points assigned from leveling, 2 into Strength, 2 into Dex or Wisdom. With our 20, our racial ability going into Strength, Dex, or Wisdom, whichever one doesn't get those 2 points, means that we end up with 32 Strength, Wisdom, Dex with an 11 mod. The Zen Archer's Flurry of Bows is a 2d10 plus 5 Enhancement, plus 11 Strength, plus 11 Wisdom, plus 12 points to defeat Deadly Aim, means we're doing 2d10 plus 39. That's 7 attacks in a full attack action, averaging 50 damage or 350 damage if they all connect before Hammer the Gap, before any other magic stuff you might put on your weapon, before critical hits. We're looking at a base attack and a full attack action of 39, 39, 34, 34, 29, 29, 24. It will be harder as we go down this chain to hit the bigger guys. The thing about an archer, though, is the whole battlefield is yours to control. As long as they're within 30 feet of us, or 6 squares, we can send the pain all around the battlefield, spreading out the damage, picking off the weaker guys. If we're feeling lucky, fire at the big bad guy. Maybe we take him down in 1, maybe we take him down in 2. You never know. The point is, this kind of build has a lot of options, and options are a good thing. The Sohei's math is basically the same, except we have 2d6 damage instead of 2d10. We get 8 attacks in a full attack action with Rapid Shot, averaging 322 damage, plus one of those attacks with Many Shot puts us to 345 damage. Not a whole lot of a difference here. After weapon training, even with Rapid Shot, our attacks come out 1 point better on the attack roll than the Zen Archer does, and in addition, we get 2 other weapons to flurry with, whereas the Zen Archer can only flurry with a bow. Though we want to be an archer, it's nice to be able to, if somebody gets in my face and I need to switch to a polearm, or if I want to build a mounted character and I want to switch to a lance, or anything in between, it's really nice to have some versatility. The mounted Sohei that I talked about last week, originally he was supposed to be a horse archer, and he was just as competent as a horse archer as he was a charger. The Sohei has a lot of options on him. However, really you're coming out about the same damage-wise, so my final call is it's entirely up to you. If you want the Zen Archer, play the Zen Archer. If you want the Sohei, play the Sohei. They are both equally deadly. And that's all I've got to say about archery. If you have anything to add, got any stories of shenanigans your archers ever got into, throw them in the comments below, like and subscribe for more videos. The next Min-Max video comes out next Wednesday.